Hello everyone, I'm Victoria Carroll and I'm a sophomore at Unity College and I'm working towards receiving my bachelor's in animal care and behavior. Today I will be discussing something that's very important to me. I'm sure most of you know that polar bears are considered the postage image for global warming and climate change. Have you ever wondered why the polar bear is considered the poster image for global warming? Well, global warming is actually impacting polar bears so much that they might go extinct within our lifetime. So just as a refresher, what is climate change? Well, climate change is a large shift in weather patterns that occur over time, both naturally and human-driven. As you can tell in this graph, the climate has changed a lot, but there is a huge amount of warming that occurs in the early 1900s. It is important to note that the 1900s was also the era of industrialization. This warming is occurring at a faster than ever rate before because of the greenhouse effect and the human pollution. Greenhouse effect is when heat becomes trapped in the atmosphere because of greenhouse pollution and gases such as carbon dioxide. So global warming is occurring at such a fast rate because of human pollution. This pollution comes from a variety of different things such as transportation, burning fossil fuels, electricity, and more. So what does all this have to do with polar bears? Well, since the Earth is warming at such an alarming rate, sea ice is also declining at a rate of 13% per decade. In this graph, it shows that the polar bear populations decrease as the ice disappears. So why do polar bears need ice? Well, polar bears' main habitat is sea ice, and it's essential for their survival. 2/3 of polar bears' diet is made up from eating seals, and when hunting these seals, polar bears rely on the ice to catch them. And if there is no ice, polar bears are unable to hunt, leaving them to starve to death. Polar bears also depend on the ice to travel and mate, and even if they are able to mate, it is unlikely that the cubs will survive if the mother is malnourished. So why should you care about polar bears? Well, polar bears are considered apex predators, meaning they're at the top of the food chain, and if they were to go extinct, it could cause a large disruption in the food chain, and that can affect some human activities such as fishing. Also, polar bears are becoming so starved that they are starting to scavenge for food in human territory, which is a very dangerous situation. And if we do not make an attempt to save polar bears, by 2100, they could be extinct. And as you can tell, there are only 19 subpopulations left, and within these populations, there's only 26,000 polar bears alive, and that many of their populations are declining and not stable, which is a big concern. So what can you do? Well, you can start by making everyday changes in your life to combat global warming, such as living a greener life. You can recycle and limit your greenhouse emissions. You could also try to volunteer at a local organization or write to your local representative about your concern about global warming. The last thing that you could do, which is my favorite, is you can adopt a polar bear, metaphorically, at this website. It's only $12 a month, and you get a few gifts, and it also goes directly to these organizations which help save the polar bears and hope that our future generations will be able to see these beautiful creatures. Thank you.